Hello guys, I have just got back from the hairdressers. I went to get highlights and I feel like a new woman. I don't quite recognise myself in the camera because I haven't had my hair this light for months now. I just checked, I haven't had highlights since April and I got them done in Bali, so it's been a long time. I was well overdue a refresh, but it feels really nice. I get half head highlights if any of you guys were wondering. Also love the fact that I will not have to wash my hair for like the next week, most likely. Why do hairdressers wash your hair in a way that you can never replicate in your own home? Like, it just feels extra clean when you get it washed at the hairdressers. So yeah, I'm glad that went well. I was a bit apprehensive because it's a new salon that I've never been to, and the thing about moving countries is that you have to like book all your appointments and things with new people, so you do get a little bit anxious and apprehensive. I also went to the dentist the other day to get that sorted. Just had a routine checkup. I'm really considering getting Invisalign, so if any of you guys have recommendations for Invisalign in London, please let me know. I was one of those girls that had braces in school, had amazing teeth after that, but I've definitely seen them moving quite a lot, and obviously I film myself and edit myself all the time, so I'm very conscious of my teeth moving, which they are. So I would really like to just like nip that in the bud and get that sorted so that I don't have to worry about that anymore. On the subject of teeth, I have a really wonderful sponsor for today's video. It's so weird because I have been eyeing up these toothbrushes for months, and when they reached out to work together, I just couldn't believe it. So this is Suri. They have this beautiful collection of Sonic toothbrushes. I actually did ask my dentist because I'd heard that Sonic toothbrushes were better than the electric ones, and she confirmed that they do give a better clean. Also, my dentist told me I needed to focus on the top of the back of my teeth, and with this head, because it's that little bit longer, I can actually get all the way to the back of the teeth, like where the wisdom teeth would be. I didn't feel like I could do that with my toothbrush before. They are sustainable, which is incredible, with these plant-based heads. It just has this like sleek aluminium body, which I absolutely love. Listen to how quiet that is. It's not like a crazy electric toothbrush. They also come with a mirror mount, so you pop this on your mirror and it'll literally just stick. It's definitely more of a clean and hygienic way to store your toothbrush. I love the design because it's super slimline and light, really light. But it also comes with this cute little travel case if you need one as well. So if you guys want to try out Suri for yourself, I highly recommend you can use my code GeorgiaT, and that will give you 20% off of your Suri order. I will leave links and codes down below as always. It has been a long day for me, and my back is absolutely killing me like the grandma that I am. So I'm gonna have some dinner and then I'm gonna run myself a nice bubble bath. I might even light a candle and just take an evening to relax. I even put on a show when I was in the bath the other day. I never normally do that, but I really want to get like a bath caddy to put over the bath, and I can put like a show on, have a candle, maybe have a glass of wine. I think for this cold autumnal day, that sounds very ideal right now. I found myself coming back to kind of Highbury and Islington way a few times in the last couple of weeks. I just really like it around here. There's just a really kind of cozy village vibe, and I think in autumn it's just really beautiful. So I'm gonna pop over the road. There's one of my favorite new coffee spots there. There's loads of really amazing places to do some charity shopping around here as well, so I might do that. It is a beautiful sunny day. I don't know if you guys can see, so let's go have a wander. Got my little cappuccino. This is the coffee shop, is called Redemption Roasters. Just to give you a glimpse of some of the beautiful houses around here. I love walking around here because it just reminds me of like 1800s. I can imagine this like 1700s, 1800s, what this street was kind of like. Architecture kind of remains the same, which is really beautiful. I love it. So the great thing about charity shopping in this area is because it is an affluent area, the stuff that gets donated into the charity shops is really lovely. I've really got like shopper's regret for this scarf that I found in one of the charity shops here the other day. I picked it up, I fell in love with it. For some reason I didn't buy it, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since. And obviously it's not going to be there anymore. But I've obviously had to master the art of jaywalking again since I've been back in the UK. Something you can't necessarily get away with in Singapore, but here you just run across the roads. So this is my first stop here. This is cancer research. Thrift shop, by the way, guys. A charity shop is a thrift shop. I get really excited when charity shops are colour coordinated because it makes it a lot easier to shop. So if I was looking for like a red jumper in particular, I can just come to the red section. So I do appreciate that. I really love this coat. I just went into Space &K and sprayed myself with my favourite perfume ever. It's the Diptyque Fleur de Peau, and it's been on my wish list for months now, and hopefully Santa might bring me one for Christmas, but until then I always pop into Space &K and just spritz myself, and I smell incredible. Honestly, it feels like if there's a perfume you want to invest in, I really recommend that one. I just want to show you guys this Aesop shop. It's the most beautiful Aesop shop I've ever seen, and it's really funny. I popped in there the other day and the lady working in there is Indonesian. She said, oh, I'm moving back to Indonesia next month, and I was like, oh, that's so weird. It's like we've swapped places. I just have swatched basically everything from Glossier on the back of my hand, as you do. Glossier is now in Space &K, which is fabulous. I just picked up a Rare Beauty lip liner that I love. This is the Aesop shop here. It's like this really gorgeous chocolate brown. It's on the corner of this, but I just love the architecture here. Like, look, so beautiful. And it's so nice because it feels really autumnal and the trees are changing colours. Good morning, good morning. It is a fresh, chilly morning, but I actually really love it. There's something really nice about crisp autumnal mornings. I'm currently walking to the train station, heading back into London today to go see my friends. I'm actually going to Battersea Power Station, which I'm really excited about. It's somewhere I've been wanting to go for a while now. It's basically the old power station in Battersea, and it's been recently renovated into like a big shopping mall. So there's loads of shops and restaurants and cafes, I think. Yeah, so shopping mall culture isn't really much of a thing here, not as much as it is in Singapore. I don't think I've actually been to a mall since Singapore, so it'd be really interesting to kind of compare the two and see what they're like. And I think we're going to a pancake place for lunch. So I'm gonna go meet my two friends, one of their little babies. So yeah, it'd be really nice to catch up. Look how beautiful the colours are. Last night I carved a pumpkin for Halloween. I'm really happy with how it turned out, but I totally got to film it, which I was a bit upset about. So I'll have to show you guys later when I get home. Oh, it has been a fairly slow morning. I went for a really lovely walk this morning. I am absolutely loving autumn. I feel like it might be my new favourite season. It is really quite mild. It's around 15 degrees, which makes it kind of like really nice coat weather, and you don't feel freezing and you don't feel too warm. And I'm just loving all the leaves on the trees at the moment. It's just so beautiful. Last night the clocks actually went back, which means that I don't know if we lost an hour or gained an hour. I don't know. I find it very confusing. Essentially, I woke up this morning an hour earlier, but technically, oh, I don't know. I don't get it. Long story short, it's gonna start getting dark earlier here in the UK. So it's been getting dark around 5 o'clock, and now it's gonna get dark around 4:30, which is going to be crazy. And as winter really comes, it's going to get dark around 3:30. So the days are going to be getting shorter. It's going to be a real shock to my system because I am not used to that. But yeah, we are slowly approaching into winter. Oh my god. I am just editing clips of this video, and I just want to make it clear that I'm still suffering with dermatitis on my eyes. So I was looking at the vlogging clips and I was like, oh my god, my eyes look so bad. I had an incredibly bad flare up these past couple of weeks, and that's why my eyes look so red and wrinkly, and I'm super self-conscious about it, which is so annoying because I have to put myself on camera. But I just wanted to do a disclaimer as to why they look like that. I have another doctor's appointment for it in 2 days time, just really trying to get to the root of what is causing this. To be honest, I'm not really getting the help that I need, but I have asked to be referred to a skin specialist to see if I can actually get some answers. I have it slightly under control with some creams, but yeah, it can flare up at any moment, which is incredibly annoying, and it is so painful. I'll insert a photo here of how it looked the other day. It was just awful. So yeah, it's been a real struggle to deal with. So anyway, apologies. Apologies that you have to see it on camera. I know it's not the most attractive thing, that is for sure. So someone asked me on Instagram the other day about navigating big life changes and asking me, how do you know when it's the right time to make a change in your life or make a big move in your life? And I get a lot of these questions actually. Me if I think they should move overseas or move back home. I think there's a lot of people recognizing that they've come to this point in their life where something needs to change. And I have said quite a few times that I do think it's just an intuition thing, but then I realized that that was really easy for me to say, but maybe a little bit flippant, because a lot of people can have that feeling of I need to change but don't actually execute it, or maybe they're too afraid to. Maybe they think they don't have the money to do so, or yeah, something's kind of holding them back. The thing is with change, especially if you're moving countries, it is always reversible, and it doesn't mean that it has to be a huge decision that's a forever decision. It can be just something that you kind of like dip your toes in the water with and give it a try. And if you're in a position where, you know, you have, I don't know, an emergency fund or the funds to take that leap of faith, then I always encourage people to do it. It's coming up close to 6 months now since I've been home, which sounds like a long time, and it is. It's half a year. I would like to say it's gone fast, but I actually think it's gone really slowly, and I think the seasons changing has something to do with that, because to me six months in Bali or Singapore would just like go by in an absolute flash, whereas here I just feel like time is a little bit slower, which I actually really like. But yeah, having the courage to make a big life change. I mean, you can look at me as an example. I feel like I've gone through 3 or 4 massive life changes in just like the past 4 years, and I'm here, I'm still standing, and I'm still going. And I just wanted to give you guys the encouragement that I know you guys can do it too. Big life changes and new circumstances, new countries, they're all very daunting things, but also you have to remember the best things can come from pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. That's actually the only place that the best things come from. If you stay in your safe little bubble, then honestly nothing changes. You really have to just kind of force yourself into those situations, and you don't want to have the regrets. If you've had this nagging feeling for a while, like maybe you've been in the same job or you've played it safe and you've got to a point where you're like, I need something new, or I need to experience something new, you can still trial like living 3 to 6 months somewhere else, and that can be a little part of your story. It doesn't mean that you have to leave forever, but I always encourage people to live abroad, experience other cultures, other countries. And it's the same thing if you decide that you want to move home. Again, it doesn't have to be a permanent decision, but if you're getting a calling somewhere, I do feel like we should follow that intuition and that feeling. And especially if you're young, like you only get to live once, you only get to be young once. And if you have no other responsibilities holding you down, like a house or kids, then you have to go for it. So I don't know, I hope this gives you a little bit of encouragement, and just know that everything will be fine and it will work out. Don't let the fear hold you back. So yeah, that's my little pep talk of the day. Also, I know I promised I would show you guys my pumpkin, and here he is. I love him. Definitely went for like more of a scarier look this year with like a really big mouth, but I absolutely love him.
And yeah, I can't wait to put a candle in him, and Halloween soon. I'm so excited. I love Halloween.
I just got off the phone with my brother. He actually lives in New Zealand, and it's funny because we haven't really lived in the same town or country, I think, since around the age of like 21 or something. We haven't lived in the same country, which is really weird, and it's probably really hard for my parents as well, because obviously I was living out the country for so long, and so has my brother. Maybe that's something I can film, like chatting to my parents about what it's like for both their kids to be living overseas. Is that something that would interest you guys? Let me know. I think it might be quite interesting to get their perspective. But anyway, he lives in New Zealand. Where he lives is just insane. It looks, if you googled it, it looks like AI. It's just like the most beautiful setting ever. I probably should have done it while I was in Asia, but I just never got round to it. But yeah, I would really like to go out there. I think I'd like it a lot. But anyway guys, I'm gonna wrap the vlog up here. Thank you so much for watching as always, and don't forget to check out Suri. Remember, you can get 20% off with my code down below in the description box. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you next week. Bye.